Hello everyone. You can see right here I got the Glock 44 and 22 long rifle. Just went and took this to the range, put it through its paces this morning with Mac and I, and uh, the break-in could be expected. First three magazines had some failures to eject, very weak ejection, and some stovepiping, which is kind of to be expected with any new gun. A little bit of a break-in period. The only thing I did beforehand was change out the back strap here. This is the way I run all my Glock pistols, and so I wanted it set up exactly the same as the other ones for practice. And man, I'll tell you what, after those first three mags, did not have any issue. Shot a mixture of Winchester Super X, CCI, mini mags, and standard velocity. Also shot some Federal. And I shot the cheapest 22 ammo I could possibly find. Uh, this right here. Standard velocity, 36 grain. Federal. Came in the black pack. I got it, I think, 2.3 cents a round a while back with a rebate. So, and it ate that stuff up. No problem. 36 grain, it might have been a problem with somebody else, but it did not cause any issue. And like I said, I didn't clean this gun beforehand. I didn't do anything to it. Brand new out of the box. First three mags had some issues. Other than that, everything was just fine. And I think that was mainly caused to probably some of the shipping grease messing with the ejector a little bit. Because at first it was just barely spitting them out. Maybe 5 inches. They were literally falling right out of the gun, just a couple of inches away and landing in my bag, range bag. And then after those, it was kicking them out and they were bouncing all over the range due to the rubber walls and whatnot. Um, magazines work fine. This grip texture right here, if you're going to be shooting a bunch, will raw up your thumbs pretty quick. So I suggest maybe putting them on the bench like this and grabbing with both your index and your thumb. Thumb's pretty raw from loading all these magazines. My son and I, we were taking turns with the magazines, loading them up as fast as we can while the other one shot. And, we got it good and hot, kept it hot. I do not see any cracking anywhere on the slide. Sorry for the lighting, folks. I'm not a professional here. Low rent as you can get. The only thing I saw on the slide is right up here above the G, and it's gone now. There was a little white mark, and I think that was just a little bit of extra polymer that I kind of just rubbed off with my fingernail. I don't know what else it could have been. And it was a joy to shoot. It was a lot of fun. My son, that was the most fun he'd had shooting a gun and forever, and he really enjoyed it. And then I'm gonna pause it right here for a minute and then get the magazine set up so I can show you something. Okay, you can see here I got a magazine loaded, and the round is really facing down. Others had claimed that this caused failure to feed. I purposely was pushing the rounds down like this to try to get it to misfeed, and it would not. Because if you notice, on the magazine itself has its own built-in feed ramp right there. So the rounds will feed you know, due to this little right here, this little feed lip here on the, you know, it will tilt the round up and right into the chamber, no problem. You know, you can also just grab the round itself, tilt it up like that. Still was not an issue. So, you know, I mean, I'm hoping that, you know, these other reviewers that had issues, you know, I'm hoping that theirs was just a one off and there weren't any ulterior motives behind those reviews. You know, I'm not a Glock fanboy by any means, but this gun is just flat out fun to shoot. Great trainer, good for a youth. You know, it's not going to be a competition pistol. That's not what it's made for. You know, the sights were fine. We were shooting, I believe, at, you know, between 7 and 10 yards. You know, self-defense distances. And, you know, the sights were fine. If, you know, I might have been hitting a little bit high, but, you know, I didn't adjust anything. You know, I tried to make it malfunction and it wouldn't. You know, I limp wristed, fed just fine. And, you know, if you're on the fence about it, I wouldn't be, you know. This one right here hadn't had any issues, you know, after the first 3 magazines, really. And, you know, I think we put about 500-600 rounds through it today. And it's very dirty. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and clean it and get that shipping grease out of there and, you know, put the products I use on there. And from then on, I think I'm just going to see how many rounds it takes before it starts failing from being dirty. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.